Jude Bellingham. Why did Real Madrid pay €150 million for a 19-year-old? Jude Bellingham's impressive performances at Borussia Dortmund have caught the attention of Europe's top clubs, including Manchester City and Liverpool. However, reports suggest that he has agreed to personal terms with Real Madrid and is nearing a transfer to the Spanish capital. This would make him the sixth English player in the club's history. Given that Real Madrid already has a strong midfield, why are they pursuing Bellingham? In this video, we will explore Real Madrid's transfer policy, Bellingham's form, and potential position at the Bernabeu to understand their reasoning behind the move. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for the latest football news. Real Madrid transfer policy. Real Madrid gained a reputation as Los Galacticos for numerous years due to their squad filled with high-profile, expensive superstars that provided unparalleled glitz and glamour for their avid fans. This approach was initiated in 2000 by newly appointed president Florentino Perez, who began his spending spree by making a bold move to sign Luis Figo, the star player and icon of arch-rivals Barcelona. Subsequently, Papa Perez continued to flex his financial muscles by acquiring Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo, David Beckham, and Robinho. Upon returning to the presidency in 2009, Perez pursued a new wave of premium purchases, including Cristiano Ronaldo, Kaká, Gareth Bale, and James Rodriguez, with the aim of positioning Real as the ultimate dream destination for ambitious superstars. This shift in strategy, envisaged by Perez and his long-serving right-hand man José Ángel Sánchez and executed by chief scout Juni Calafat, was necessitated by a recognition of new economic realities. Real could no longer compete with the unlimited funds of the petrodollar clubs, so they sought an alternative path to success. Soon after, Real Madrid underwent a significant shift in their recruitment strategy, moving away from their previous Galacticos policy of pursuing established football superstars and instead focusing on signing the most promising young talents in the game. This change in approach was evident in the club's first notable signing under the new policy in 2017, a 16-year-old Brazilian winger named Vinicius Jr. who was purchased for €46 million and formally joined the club on his 18th birthday. Real has continued to pursue this strategy by signing young French midfield prospects, including 18-year-old Eduardo Camavinga for €40 million from Rennes in 2021 and 22-year-old Aurélien Tchouaméni for €80 million from Monaco a year later, as they seek to reinforce their aging midfield. Given the context, it is understandable why Real Madrid is reportedly leading the race to sign English midfielder Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund at the end of the season. The team's long-standing practice of recruiting the world's most promising young talents makes them an ideal destination for a 19-year-old who has already amassed nearly 200 senior appearances and 24 international caps. Moreover, Real Madrid's demonstrated commitment to providing young players with opportunities to succeed at the highest level enhances the appeal of joining the Bernabeu for talented prospects like Bellingham, who aim to maximize their potential. However, success is never guaranteed, as evidenced by the case of Luka Jovic, who was purchased from Eintracht Frankfurt for €60 million in 2019 but struggled with just 3 goals in 51 appearances. Similarly, players such as Martin Odegaard or Take Kubo, who received limited or no first-team action before excelling elsewhere, illustrate the unpredictability of player development. Borussia Dortmund form. So, who is Jude Bellingham and is he even good? For those who are unfamiliar with the Englishman, Bellingham started his football journey as a Birmingham City supporter at the tender age of 7. He went on to make his senior debut in August 2019 in a League Cup match against Portsmouth, breaking the record for the youngest player to play for the club, a record previously held by Trevor Francis for 49 years. At just 16 years and 38 days old, he then went on to become Birmingham's youngest goalscorer by netting the winner against Stoke City in his home debut, another record held by Francis. Within a few weeks, Bellingham continued to prove his worth by starting and scoring in a victory against Charlton Athletic. By March 2020, he had already played 31 league matches in the highly competitive English Championship, starting 24 games, scoring 4 goals, and providing 2 assists. Bellingham won the Young Player of the Month award for November from the English Football League for his impressive performances. He joined Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2020, becoming the latest addition to a long list of promising teenage talents who have chosen Dortmund as the ideal place to hone their skills. Bellingham's decision to join Dortmund has certainly paid off. On his competitive debut for BVB, he became the youngest goalscorer in DFB Cup history at the age of 17 years and 76 days. He also recorded his first assist during his 29 appearances in the 2020-21 Bundesliga season. When he played against Lazio at 17 years and 113 days old, he became the youngest Englishman to start a UEFA Champions League match, breaking the previous record held by Phil Foden of Manchester City. During his 24th appearance in the Bundesliga, Bellingham scored his first ever goal in the league against VfB Stuttgart. He continued to make history when he scored a stunning goal against Manchester City in the Champions League, becoming the second youngest player to score in a knockout game at the age of 17 years and 289 days old. Only Bojan Krkic had scored at a younger age, at 17 years and 217 days old against Schalke in 2008. Bellingham also became the youngest English national and Germany-based player to score in the competition. He joined Yuri Tielemans as one of the two players to have reached double figures for Champions League appearances before turning 18. Bellingham's incredible form continued as he approached his 100th appearance for Dortmund, scoring his fourth Champions League goal, a feat that no other English teenager had achieved before in a match against Man City. His 18th appearance in the tournament also set a new record among English players under 20. In the 2022-23 group stage, he added 4 more goals to his tally, making him the youngest English player to reach 5 Champions League goals. Bellingham's impressive performances have not gone unnoticed by England's national team coach, Gareth Southgate, either. Bellingham made his senior international debut in November 2020, playing in a friendly match against the Republic of Ireland. He went on to make his first start in a Euro 2020 warm-up game against Austria and played a key role in England's victory over Croatia in their opening match. At just 17 years and 349 days old, he became the youngest player to represent England at a major tournament, breaking Michael Owen's record. He also became the tournament's youngest quarter-finalist just 4 days after turning 18. In addition, his debut goal against Iran made him the second youngest scorer in World Cup history, behind only Owen. Bellingham, a box-to-box midfielder with an athletic build, belies his age as he confidently navigates the physically demanding nature of professional football. He even surprised then Birmingham manager Pep Clotet in January 2020 when he grew by 2.4 centimeters in just one season. Bellingham's exceptional stamina allows him to cover vast amounts of ground, both defensively and offensively. Despite being a young player, he has captained the England U17 team and made history at Dortmund as their youngest ever captain. Bellingham's versatility has seen him deployed in various positions. Real Madrid's midfield future. The question now is, what role will Jude Bellingham play in the Real Madrid squad? During Bellingham's peak performances at the World Cup with England, Real Madrid's manager Carlo Ancelotti commented on Jude's position as one of the world's best young midfielders by saying that Bellingham is one of the best midfielders in the world. But I'll stick with my midfielders, who are very good, especially the youngsters. Despite Jude Bellingham being a highly sought-after midfielder ahead of the 2022-23 summer transfer window, it is worth remembering that Real Madrid is a club with a wealth of options in that position. Real boasts an impressive array of midfielders, including Aurelien Tchouameni, Federico Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga, Toni Kroos, Dani Ceballos, and Luka Modric, and may even have the deepest midfield of any top club in Europe. Kroos and Modric are also expected to sign new contract extensions, and if Carlo Ancelotti remains as Real manager for next season, it will be challenging to make significant changes to the midfield. Ancelotti recently commented on how Kroos, Modric, and striker Karim Benzema, who is 35 years old, continue to excel at Real Madrid. People might think they don't have as much energy as the youngsters, but the way these three manage the games is unique, it's priceless, and you can't buy it in the whole international market. They have something only experience can give you. Yes, being older takes some things away from you, but it gives you some other things too. Real Madrid's midfield is already stacked with talent, and the addition of Bellingham could potentially create issues among the star players. However, a closer look at the squad suggests that signing Bellingham would be a logical move. While Kroos and Modric are still performing well, at 33 and 37 years old respectively, they will require more time off next season and may have to rotate with each other. Tchouaméni is a more defensive-minded player and is a natural replacement for Casemiro, who recently left for Manchester United. Although Ancelotti is a big fan of Ceballos and expects him to sign a new contract, the addition of Bellingham would add depth and competition to the midfield, without necessarily forcing any current players to leave. Bellingham's playing style sets him apart from other real midfielders. While Real Madrid midfielders have better passing and chance creation stats than Bellingham due to holding more of the ball than Dortmund, the Englishman's defensive and pressing stats surpass those of any real midfielder. Moreover, despite having less possession at Dortmund, Bellingham still stands out in attack. He has completed 83 take-ons, made 6 through balls, and had 21 shots on target, all of which are better numbers than any real midfielder, making him a more attacking-minded option compared to what Ancelotti currently has. Consequently, Bellingham's versatility allows him to potentially fill in as a number 10, making him a valuable option to play alongside Modric or Kroos and Tchouaméni. At Borussia Dortmund, Bellingham has even played in the position, stepping in for captain Marco Reus. Given his dynamic qualities and directness towards the goal, Bellingham could provide Real Madrid with an exciting attacking alternative. However, the arrival of Bellingham raises questions about the future of Camavinga. The 20-year-old has occasionally played as a left-back this season, and with Bellingham joining, it may become even more challenging for Camavinga to secure playing time in midfield. It will be up to Carlo Ancelotti or any potential future Real Madrid manager to navigate these complexities. In the end, it's clear that Bellingham's attributes make him an ideal addition to Real Madrid's squad, which seeks to reinforce its aging midfield. Bellingham's success at Borussia Dortmund demonstrates his talent, and his potential has made him a hot commodity in the transfer market. It remains to be seen if Bellingham would be better off or more highly regarded if he decides to continue his football journey in the Premier League. However, the teenager has proven in recent years that he can increase his value and reputation even without playing in his home country. Moreover, joining Real Madrid is an opportunity that very few clubs can match in terms of prestige and stature. But is he making the right move? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to enjoy the latest football news.